This is another episode of Christopher Reads the Help Files. This is projects, Vault Projects. I think this is part 3. So topics in this section: about Vault Projects, an Autodesk Civil 3D project groups all the drawings and data for a single project in one place and controls access to all project files. To log into Vault, to work with Vault Projects, to select Vault Projects to display, and to convert a Vault project. About Vault Projects. An Autodesk Civil 3D project groups all of the drawings and data for a single project in one place and controls access to all project files. After you log in to Autodesk Vault, the projects collection in the prospector tree lists all of the projects that are available to you. Note, you must select Master View from the list at the top of the Prospector tab before you can view the project's collection. Working when disconnected. You can work with project files while you are disconnected from Vault. If you are not connected to the network, in general, you can work with your local copies of project drawings the way you normally do. However, you cannot perform project management functions such as the checking in and checking out of files. You cannot get updated versions of any project files, and you cannot create new references to project objects while you are disconnected. Before you disconnect, you should update your local copies of any project files by getting the latest versions of any project files that you are working with, including the source drawings for any project objects that you're drawing references. Deleting a project. Delete a project from the project database using the Autodesk Vault client. A project can be deleted by using a system administrator or by the user that created it. It is recommended that all projects be created by a system administrator to protect projects from being inadvertently deleted by users who are not system administrators. To delete a project from the project database, delete the top-level project folder. You cannot delete a file that is checked out. After a project has been deleted from the Vault database, its name remains in the project's collections in the prospector tree until you refresh the display of the tree. After the project has been deleted from the Vault database, use Windows Explorer to delete local copies of project files and folders from the working folder. Project administration. Your system administrator can use the Autodesk Vault client to customize Vault for your purposes and to regularly perform project administration tasks on an ongoing basis. These tasks include the following: creating, modifying, or deleting folders in a project, deleting a project, modifying the state of a file, for example, checking a file that for some reason cannot be checked in by the person who originally checked it out, restoring a file back to a prior version, backing up project files. For more information, see the Autodesk Help. Labeling project milestones. You can use the Vault labeling feature to identify the status of a set of project files, such as the project milestone attained. When a major project milestone is reached, you can label the files involved so they can be easily identified. When you create a label, the most recently checked-in version of every file in the project is assigned that label. Labeling does more than just tag a set of files. If you later need to archive or retrieve a set of files, you can do so. Labels do not include folder information. Only the project files are labeled. To create a label, in the Autodesk Vault client, right-click a project folder and click New Label. For more information on creating and viewing labels, see the Autodesk Vault Client Help. To log into Vault. Before you can create or access project data, you must log into a Vault server and a Vault database from the prospector tree. You must be an authorized user on the server before you can log in. The server in the database that you select when you log in determines what projects you can access. Before you log in, project management commands are not available on the context menus in the prospector tree. After you log in, the projects available in the specified server and Vault database are listed in the prospector tree, and applicable project management commands are displayed on the menus when you right-click project item in the prospector tree. 1. In Toolspace on the Prospector tab, select Master View from the list at the top of the Prospector tab. 2. Right-click on the project's collection. 3. Click Login. 4. In the Login dialog box, enter your Vault username. 5. Enter your password. 6. Select a Vault server. 7. Select a Vault database. Click the ellipse to list available databases. Optionally, set Automatically Login next section. 9. Click OK. To log out of Vault, logging out of Vault terminates your connection with the Vault server and the Vault database that you are logged into. After you log out, you can no longer view or access project data in Prospector. When you end an Autodesk Civil 3D session, you are automatically logged out. 1. In Toolspace, on the Prospector tab, right-click on the project's collection. 2. Click Log Out. To work with Vault projects. To create a Vault project, if you're logged into Vault, you can use the Prospector tree to create a new project in the project database. You create the project using either the default sample project template or another template you have saved. Project templates provide the capability to create a new project with a predetermined folder structure, where each folder can also contain files of any type. The template folders are found in the Autodesk Civil 3D Project Templates folder on your local disk. Note: in general, a user creates a folder or project data can delete it using Autodesk Vault. For this reason, it is recommended that all new projects be created by a system administrator. This will prevent other users from inadvertently deleting a project and associated files. Note: if you have a workgroup replication enabled in Autodesk Vault, your workgroup must have ownership of a folder before it can create a project in it. For more information, see to request ownership of a project drawing. 1. In Toolspace, on the Prospector tab, right-click the project's collection. 2. Click New. 3. In the New Project dialog box, specify a folder for the project, if you want the project to be placed in a subfolder beneath the working folder. 4. Enter a project name. 5. If you want to create your new project from a template, select Use Project Template. 6. On the project template list, click the template you want to use. 7. Click OK. To change the active Vault project, the working folder maps your local copies of project files to the master copies of project files in the Vault database. The default working folder for Autodesk Vault projects is C Users Public Documents Autodesk Civil 3D Projects. This is the same default location that is used for a Data Shortcuts project. For ease of management, it is best practice in most cases to use different working folders for the two project types. The working folder contains your local copies of files for all the projects stored in a Vault database. If your projects are stored in the same Vault database, you will use the same working folder for all projects. If you work with projects that are stored in different Vault databases, you can prevent confusion by using a different working folder for each Vault database. Projects can be created at any level in the hierarchy below the working folder. For example, within the working folder, you could have a folder named for the year. You can then store projects associated with that year inside that folder. In general, you should not change your working folder while you have any objects referenced or files checked out from a Vault project. The working folder is used to determine the state of your local copies of files in relation to the master copies in the project database. Note: the active project is not displayed in the Select Projects to Display dialog box. 1. In Toolspace, on the Prospector tab, expand the project's collection and right-click a project. 2. Click Set Active. The active project is displayed in bold type in the Prospector tree. It is the default project for the project dialog boxes. To export a Vault project to a zip file. Export a project to a zip file for storage or to move the project to another Vault. When a project is exported, copies of the latest versions of all drawings and other documents are compressed and saved in a zip archive. This archive can be readily imported to a Vault, retaining the data references between drawings. The export operation does not affect the original project documents. They remain in place for ongoing use. Tip: label your project files, then export them to an archive copy of the files at a specific milestone. 1. In Toolspace, on the Prospector tab, in Master View, expand the Projects node to see the list of projects. 2. Right-click the project to export and click Export to Zip File. 3. In the Select the Folder to Export dialog box, navigate to and select the folder where you want to save the zip file, then click Select Folder. The system displays a project bar or progress bar while the files are compressed and saved. To import a Vault project from a zip file, you can import a Vault project or a project that uses data shortcuts. Data shortcuts are converted to Vault references during import. The project to be imported can be in a folder or a zip file. If you're importing a project that was previously exported from Vault, it is in a zip file. You cannot import a project if it has the same name as an existing project in the Vault. Note, only users with the role of Administrator, Document Editor Level 2, Document Manager Level 1, or Document Manager Level 2 can successfully import a Vault project. To select Vault projects to display, you can limit the number of projects that are listed in the prospector tree. The projects available to you are determined by the server and the database that you are logged into. By default, all projects available in the database are listed in the prospector tree under the projects collection. Reducing the number of projects that are listed in the prospector tree will not only reduce the amount of data you will see, but also can reduce the time required to update the display of the tree. You cannot turn off the display of the active project, and the name of the active project is not listed in the dialog box. 1. In Toolspace on the Prospector tab, right-click the Projects collection. 2. Click Select Projects to Display. 3. In the Select Projects to Display dialog box, select the checkbox next to the name of any project you want listed in the Prospector Projects collection. Note, the name of the active project is not included in the list. 4. Click the checkbox to select all projects in the list. Click Uncheck to clear all the projects in the list. Click OK. To convert a Vault project, change all of the data references from the Vault format to data shortcuts. 1. In the Vault client, right-click the project folder and click to get to download the latest version of the project. 2. On the Windows Start menu, click All Programs, Autodesk Civil 3D 2021 Data Shortcuts Editor. In the Data Shortcuts Editor, click File menu, Open Data Shortcuts folder. In the Browse for Folders dialog box, browse to the folder for the project that you want to convert. The default location is C Users, Public, Documents, Autodesk Civil 3D Projects. After you select the project folder, the Vault references are loaded into the table. 4. In the Data Shortcuts Editor, click Edit menu, Find and Replace. Replace each instance of the $sign with the path to the local project folder. Example, C Users, Public, Documents, Autodesk Civil 3D Projects. 5. In the Data Shortcuts Editor, click File menu, Save As, and then save the new Shortcuts folder in its current location. In the Active Project folder, delete the project XML file. And so this concludes another episode of Christopher Reads the Help Files.